Oh, okay. Hey guys, and welcome to yet another video with your girl BETTY. Thank you very much for clicking the play button. If it's your first time here, thank you very much for clicking as well. Please do not forget to subscribe. If you like the video, please do not forget to like, comment, and share this video. Otherwise, you guys, I bet you can see by the title of the video. Right. Let me just get in straight into it. Let me just dive in. Okay. So I have been meaning to talk about this for the longest of time, but I was like, you know what? Let me just wait for myself to get married. After I have the qualification, that is when I feel it'll be appropriate for me to talk about such things. I am a lover of love. I love love. I love loving. That is just who I am. And I am blessed enough that I have been granted this qualification. When I say that, I mean when you get married, you do not need experience for it, right? This is the one institution that gives you your qualification before even having the experience. Um, so you get your marriage certificates. That is the most important thing. You get your marriage certificate, and after getting your marriage certificate, that is when then you're like, okay, cool, I am married. Then what? And unfortunately, or fortunate enough, guys, nothing changes, right? Immediately after you get the certificate, it is up to you whether you are going to put your best foot forward. And by that, I mean, if you are only going to put your best foot forward when you are married, then you've already failed if you did not do it while you guys were still just dating, you know? So I always say to people, nothing changes after marriage, except for the fact that you have changed your surname and now you have literally positioned yourself well. Because being a wife or being a husband, you have been positioned. That is your position, whether you like it or not. That is your position. So if when we were still dating, you were not a spontaneous person, what makes you think that when we are married, I am going to be spontaneous? That is not how it works. So if you meet a person and you like the person and you have certain doubts about the person, trust and believe in me, they will always be there. Nothing changes. That is why it is important to pray for your partner before you can even get one. I always advise the guys to say, pray for your wife. Don't just say any girl that will land on your lap, that's the one. That is not the one. Pray for your wife. Same with us, because I believe that us as women, we pray, guys. Like, we are the ones, we are known to pray for any and everything. So you'll be praying for your relationship and you're like, God, I hope this guy is the one. Child. I hope this is the one. I hope this is the one, because nobody wants to jump from one relationship to the other. Nobody wants that. If we knew our partners from the word go, I mean, I don't think we would even have access. You know what I mean? But then, because life is an adventure on its own, that's when you find yourself going to, okay, fine, you were dating Span Bunny, and then Span Bunny hurt you, and then you go to the other one thinking they will do the right thing and they don't. And again, marriage is a calling after all. If you do not accept the calling, obviously, there's nothing that God can do about it, because you don't want to accept the calling. Um, but if you accept it, then it means that you are ready for any and everything, all the challenges that you will face as a positioned person who has now clear position. Oh yeah, well guys, as I was saying, yeah, I had to answer my phone. But as I was saying about marriage, there's absolutely nothing different after getting married? What is different is that now you have your marriage certificate. I'm talking on behalf of women, right? Now you have your marriage certificate, and now you have changed your surname, right? And okay, in the new 21st century, you are able to keep your surname and take your husband's surname as well, and you are also able to just like keep your own surname and not take your husband's surname. Like that's just been so. Some of us still did it the old way, whereby you get rid of your old surname, your maternal surname, and you take your husband's surname, which is like that's one of the most beautiful things, you guys. It's one of the most beautiful things, and yeah, that's the only thing that changes, you know. That's the only thing that changes, and for the mere fact that now you are someone's wife, you are a daughter-in-law, you're a sister-in-law, you have a whole new family that you did not know. You only know your husband in this case. You only know your husband, and now you're going to have to learn um how they do things. I mean, how his mother, his father, his siblings, how they do things, you know, which is also very much important when you are still dating the person. Before you guys can even get married, make sure that maybe once or twice you go with him home, you visit, so that you can see how he treats, because it can be deceiving if somebody only tells you how they are, you know, to their mother and to their sisters. Yeah, so it's very much important. If you want to know your partner, you will know your partner through, if you want to know actually how your partner is as a lover, you know, as a person who loves love, you will learn that directly from his sisters and his mother. The brothers now, ke majita man, ha bana stress ka ntho tseo. So the way the sisters talk about your man, trust and believe in me, that's how he is. Because I remember, for example, right, my big brother is amazing. Like, he is amazing. I always said I want a guy like my brother, but then I later on realized that him as a brother, he might be different as a boyfriend or as a husband. So I remember when I moved down here, I stayed with him for a month while I was still looking for a place. And then my sister was busy cutting the cabbage, and I was like, oh my god, it's only you and I who's going to eat it. My brother doesn't eat cabbage. Wait, that was a lie. I grew up knowing that my brother doesn't eat cabbage. All of a sudden, my brother is eating cabbage, you know? So that is who I know. I know my brother who doesn't eat the cabbage. Jiggy Jiggy, he's married. Now he eats the cabbage because um his wife cooks amazing. Like, his cabbage, guys, it's not your typical cabbage. It's very nice, very tasty. So, but anyway, I think my sister could see that my brother is truly amazing, not just only as a husband and as a father, but also as a brother, because that is who he has been. And then I was like, okay, cool. When I get married, that's what I want to see, you know? And before my husband married me, like, we got a chance that, like, I would visit with him to MP. Okay, and I don't know the language, I'm still learning. And I would go with him, and the way his sisters spoke of him, I was like, guys, I was I was a gone girl. I was a gone girl. How his mother would just look at him. I was like, okay, God, you truly like have chosen me to be a part of this guy's life. This is an angel. I mean, this is an angel. All right. So yes, that is what I'm trying to tell you, that even if you guys can get married, if he liked swearing, that doesn't mean he's gonna stop swearing, child. Not unless it's an issue of some sort, and then he goes for therapy and he tries to change that. but trust and believe in me, he remained that. You know what I mean? So it's very much important to always put your best foot forward. Give it your all. Give it your 100. Be yourself in a relationship so that the other person can see that whatever they are falling in love with, that is your true self. Not that now when we are married, I don't cook anymore, because at the time we were dating, I was just cooking to impress you. That is not how it works. So this institution is one of the most beautiful institutions. I've always wanted to say this, you guys. Even before I could even know, that I would get married, I've always said marriage is a beautiful thing. From what I would see, with my friends, with my brothers, and I'll be like, marriage is a beautiful thing. Although their first marriages did not work, child, but I could just see that marriage is a beautiful thing. But yeah, so this is one of the institutions that gives you your qualification. They grant you your qualification without experience, and then it's just up to you how you would want to shape the experience of your marriage. Would you want to shape it as a beautiful one or an ugly one? Because there are people, when they talk about marriage, you would swear, child, that this is an evil thing. This is not from God. This is literally just, it is whatever. So, but I would love for whoever who's out there who's watching this video, that if you are like imagining yourself as a wife or as a husband, take note of the little things. How she treats her family, how she treats her friends. That would be like a key for you to know that this is the person I want to get married to. Even if you love the bad characters, it's still fine. That's you. You know that you'll keep up with it. Like, don't marry the person and then complain later and be like, but he drinks. I mean, wasn't he not drinking when you met him? So yeah, it's the little things, you guys. It's little things, how he interacts with his friends, her friends, how they are when they're angry, how can they um compose themselves in situations that are uncomfortable. Like, it's just one of those things. But one thing I would want to always emphasize is that marriage is a beautiful thing. It's beautiful. And yeah, otherwise, this is the end of the video. I hope you liked it. Please do not forget to like, share, and comment down below if you have anything you want to say about the institution. If you're already in the institution yourself and you have the qualification and you're still like going and going and going with your experience, you can share that with us down below on the comment section. But otherwise, guys, if you have not yet subscribed, please do not forget to subscribe. I love you, I love you, I love you. See you in the next video. Mwah.